Iman Gadzhi is wrong. So I came across a video of Iman saying that he sold his agency due to the fact that you can't scale an agency to over $1 million to $2 million in profit. And he's absolutely wrong. I don't agree with him. And I think this is very misleading to a lot of people. And a lot of people won't start an agency because of the fact that he said this. Because obviously nowadays, a lot of people on the internet are hoping for a lot of money. Like nowadays, I feel like 100K per month, 200K per month in profit isn't that much, and a lot of people are aiming for more, where some people now are trying to get to $1 million per month in profit. And I think it's very disingenuous to say and put a blanket statement to basically say that it's very hard to scale an agency to over $2 million a month in profit, and that's why he shut down his agency. Number one, Iman shut down his agency due to the fact that he was selling courses. Even after he shut down his agency, he continued to sell agency courses, and that was that was making him more money. And that does not mean that selling courses is a better opportunity than an agency. It's just for Iman in particular, he was better at selling courses than he was at actually running an agency. If you look into his actual story, his agency really wasn't all what he made it out to be, and it was just like he didn't really do anything crazy with it, and a lot of his lifestyle, quote unquote, came from just his courses. And the reason why he shut down his agency is because his courses were making him more money. And look, if you even look at a lot of these comments, are saying like, oh, if your agency was doing so good, why don't you sell it, etc. It's because he didn't actually have a good agency. By the time he shut it down, it was probably hanging on by a few threads, and it probably wasn't doing much money. Because if it was doing a lot of money, he could have easily just outsourced all the work and had it run on autopilot, or number two, even sell it. And you're probably wondering like, okay, why are you talking about running an agency, etc.? It's because I actually run one. My agency is doing well over $100,000 a month. This is just some of our retainers. As you can see, some clients pay us as much as $44,000 per month. Another one for $36,000. These two for $6,000, and many, many more. Our average retainer size is well over 10K. And my agency is doing well over 100K per month right now, and I'm continuing to scale it. So I make a lot of money from running an agency, and I don't sell a course or anything like that. The only thing I have is a free email newsletter linked in my bio, or not my bio, linked in the description. But apart from that, I don't really have an incentive to push you to start an agency or not start an agency or stop in your agency or whatever it might be. But I'm making this video to state that Iman is wrong on the fact that you can't get an agency to over $2 million a month in profit. When you're working with clients, maybe paying you a couple $1,000s per month, I for sure agree, right? Because it's very hard to get an agency to over 100K, 200K, 300K per month in profit if your clients are only paying you $2,000 per month, right? Like if I pull up my calculator, let's see. If you have, this should be basic math that I should be able to do in my head, but I'm not that good at math. But let's just say you have an agency doing 300K per month. To get that, and assuming your clients are only paying you $2,000 per month, you need 150 clients. That I can agree with. Managing 150 clients would be hell. Like that would suck. But you don't have to manage 150 clients to get to 300K per month. If you have your average retainer size at, let's say, 15K, which is not impossible. Like you see on the screen right now, my clients are legitimately paying me well over $10,000 per month, but you would only need 20 clients to get to 300K per month, each paying you around 15K. So that's all you would need. And I know it sounds hard to get a client paying you 15K per month. I'll break it down right now for you. This is free sauce, and a lot of people won't necessarily reveal these type of things. But the way you get a client paying you well over $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, maybe even $100,000 per month. Number one, your pricing structure should be set up in either one of two ways. Either you're taking a percentage of the revenue that you're able to generate through the service you're doing. For example, if you're running ads or paid or email marketing, you're taking, let's say, 5%, 10%. Depending on the industry, you can even get higher. Versus what you can also do is you can just have a really, really high retainer, whether it be like 20, 30K per month, just flat. And you want to price it in those two ways, one of the two. Choose one, or you can maybe even make it variable depending on the company, etc. But then what you want to do is you want to serve expensive, or not expensive businesses, but businesses doing a lot in revenue. For example, if I have a flower shop that I'm servicing and I'm doing ads for them, okay, and they're doing $10,000 a month of revenue, I'm able to increase the revenue from $10,000 to $11,000 per month. Now all of a sudden I've only made them $1,000. How much money do you think they'll pay me? They'll pay me $100, $200, right? Whereas if I have a business doing, let's say, $1 million a month, and a lot of my clients, we have some businesses doing as much as nearly $10 million per month. Some of my clients do. So literally over 9 figures per year. But anyways, let's just say you have a business doing $1 million per month and you're running their ads and you're able to generate them an extra $100K per month. You generate them $100,000, they won't even flinch at paying you $10,000, $20,000, even $30,000 per month, depending on how your pricing structure is set up, whether that be a really high retainer or, like I said, taking a 10% or 5% commission, or whether it be like 15% and slowly scales down. But you can set it up in a lot of different ways. But when you service rich people or rich businesses making a lot of money per month, whether that be like $1 million, $2 million, or a couple $100,000 per month, they'll happily pay you 10, 20K. So if you want to get your agency past the $2 million per month in profit point that Iman Gadzhi was saying is hard to hit, or like is not very achievable, which he's wrong, you just serve rich clients. Like I said, it's really simple to get 20 clients paying you 50, or not simple, but it's simple. It's obviously, it will take a lot of time and effort, but it's relatively simple to set up your pricing structure well and then target rich clients and then get to 300K per month if you have clients paying you 15 to 20K. Like you see, literally some of our clients pay us as much as 40K per month. And we have a client that we're gonna bill near the end of the month, and I'm gonna get probably like a $50,000-$60,000 retainer payment from that client because we're billing them on performance. I'll update you guys if that ends up going through, but right now we're on track for that. But obviously there's still like 10 more days until the end of the month, so it could change a bit. But I'm almost at the point where I'm getting paid literally nearly like 70K retainers due to the fact that I serve rich clients, because my clients do $5-6 million per month, some of them. And you're probably thinking, you're like, oh, isn't it way harder to get clients doing a shit ton in revenue? And it's honestly not. It takes the exact same usually amount of effort to close that client. The only real difference is maybe the timeline it takes to close. I can probably close a client that pays me $1,000, $2,000 in a day or two, right? Whereas a client that's making a couple $1 million per month, they'll take a lot of time to pay a 10, 20K retainer, where it might be like a week, 2 weeks, a month, couple months. You might know the client and they might be within your network for a couple months, and then maybe they come through and close. Just due to the fact that sometimes in these larger companies, there's a lot of bureaucracy and nonsense like that, where people have to like talk to this guy, talk to this guy, talk to that guy. And a lot of times the relationships, they just take longer to nurture because they need a bit more trust. Because obviously they're not going to let some random come in and do their ads and maybe potentially blow their ad spend without making a return, right? But the same techniques I use on smaller clients, I use on bigger clients. I offer them a free ad sample, free email creative, a free email that I'll write, like a free email design, stuff like that. I'll offer them, I'll send it to them, I'll get their interest, they'll reply back, we'll get them on a call. Or maybe they'll come through my social media following because they see, okay, he knows what he's talking about in terms of running ads and paid and email marketing. So it's not too much different in terms of like offering a free creative, free work, stuff like that, versus with a rich client versus a quote unquote poor client. But yeah, don't listen to Iman Gadzhi related to this topic. I'm not saying he's wrong with everything. Like, I'm not saying every single piece of agency advice he's given is bad, because again, Iman Gadzhi is the person who popularized the idea of an agency to thousands of people online. I just don't think he's necessarily the best person to learn from. But in terms of the fact that you can't get an agency business to over $2 million a year in profit, he's just flat out wrong. There's a lot of people doing well over that. And if you take my advice and serve rich clients, you can get there too. So thank you. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe and join my free email list, where I teach all about how to scale an agency to over 100K per month.